Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. All right. Good morning, people. My name is Brandon Ross, creator of the YouTube channel. Back after 10 ball reviews. Welcome. Today, you're going to walk with me as we review live the all-new Zero Mercy Solid. Now, yesterday was the release date, but today is payday. What's going on, man? How you doing? Getting set up to do this review for everyone. I feel like this is a pretty cool situation. You know, a lot of times folks like to see, upfront information, right? They don't want no fluff, or they just want the real deal. They don't want to be sold nothing, blah, 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 blah. So after the last couple of videos that I did for you guys where folks genuinely liked the live aspect of things, I figured, you know what, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So, let's see what lanes are doing. Okay. We have a fresh house shot here at AMF Stardust Lane, so shout out to them for hooking me up with that. Definitely appreciate them. Always looking out for me. Always looking out for your boy. Great staff. Definitely appreciate it. So, I guess let's go ahead and jump into it. I haven't warmed up or anything, guys, so y'all gonna see pretty much what I see. I drilled it last night, and in doing so, obviously I wanted to throw it, but it was late, so it was on a burnt pair. So obviously, this is not a ball for the burn. For most people, if you're looking for maybe a urethane-ish kind of look, maybe you could go with this, depending on layout. But in general, folks, for us common folk, this is not a ball that you are going to want to throw on the dirt. Give me 1 second. I'm putting my shoes on. We getting warmed up together. Again, this is live, unedited. I like doing these from time to time. Got a lot of positive feedback. Last time I did a live video from you guys. So real quick, some of the basics. Talk about some specs because this is a new core, sort of. This is also a new cover. So it is HK22C squared. I believe the compound is like chrome or something like that. Yeah, it's a chrome additive. 1500 out the box. Obviously meant for heavy oil. This is, the core is a derivative of the Assault line. So the 3D Assault, Attack, so on and so forth. If you have any experience with those balls, I've had very little. However, my experience with the 3D offset, I think that was my first one that I threw. That ball hooked a lot for it being a quote unquote quote unquote low ASIM ball. That thing, she boogied quite a bit. So, get my JoPo stuff together. And again, y'all gonna warm up with me. Ball we're gonna initially warm up with is a staple in my bag, which is the Columbia 300 Pulse. Great ball. It's an all-around ball for me. Gets down lane. It doesn't overhook in any. I've never had this ball like overhook unless the back ends are like stupid. Generally speaking, I keep this ball with some surface on it. I like how it really blends out wet dry. Probably better than anything I've had from a benchmark-ish type shape. What's up, everybody in the chat? Thank y'all for stopping through. I definitely appreciate the likes that go a long way. Hit that subscribe button as well. That also goes a very long way. Appreciate that. Bear with me 1 second. Because I have a heel on that I don't normally use. And I just realized that. Give me 1 second. I don't know if I have my other heels with me. So we're gonna make do. I do have a video about some shoes from Brunswick that I think everybody should check out with the holidays coming. You're gonna want some ideas, whether it be for yourself or somebody else in your life. So let's do this. Try to move this around just a little bit. Sorry for the motion there. I want you guys to be able to see clearly. Hopefully this looks good for you guys. Let me know in the comment section. I greatly appreciate it. Feedback is always wonderful. So, yeah, super chats are available. If you see that $sign option, it's definitely a way to support the channel. Or if you want to send it directly to me via Cash App or Venmo, let me know. Can always shoot you that information. Thank you to those in the past who have supported financially to the channel. It's definitely appreciated because this stuff is not cheap. All right, got a couple shots in. Again, I'm not 100% warmed up. But before we go really into everything, first and foremost, as always, thank you to Stardust Lens, allowing me to record in their facility. Shout out to my shop, Jason Lundquist, Eric Burris, Chad Mossberger, owner of Next Generation Bolus Pro Shop, the best pro shop in the Columbus, Ohio area. Shout out to 12 Bagger, Full Wick Apparel, The Hype, and as always, JoPo. If it ain't JoPo, I don't want it. So, after throwing my pulse just a couple shots, again, this is a fresh house shot. I see that I'm gonna have to be at least 10 left with this ball. If you have not seen it, color scheme is very different. Purple, white, orange, pink, kinda. Okay. Layout on this ball, if I remember correctly, is 65 by 4.5 by 35, which puts the pin don't know if y'all can see it, but probably not. Put the pin above the bridge, mass bias in the actual thumb. That means the differential numbers probably went through the roof. Brian and Phil, let me know what that turns out to be. Oh. Okay, I did not do that on purpose. That was a terrible shot. But that thing peeled. This box surface, again, I just drilled it less than 15 hours ago. I drilled it about, what, 7:30-ish last night. So I have, and I threw it for maybe 3 frames last night on a burnt house shot. Actually, on this pair, actually. That thing just peeled back like crazy. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh my God. Oh wow. In the words of the Joker, we got a live one here. Cause yeah. I was not expecting that. What's going on, Diallo? How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm looking at flare rings. It flares a lot for that, for those who that matters. Just for reference, I am standing about, what is this? 20, 25, 30, so 33 with my feet. I'm really just trying to play the middle portion of the lane because, well, the thing needs some oil. I am not trying to leak it that far right. I'm not warmed up. I'm not trying to leak it like that. And it is still coming back. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is, okay, look at y'all's comments real quick. Yeah, the ball's coming back, no problem, bowling fool. Yeah. Melvin said good morning, I like 25. So, Melvin, to answer your question, here at Stardust, they technically only open early on Mondays and Fridays, in particular during the weekdays for the seniors. They have 2 senior leagues here. Sometimes they'll let some of us regulars come in and practice because it's just a nice time to do it. But yeah, generally speaking, they don't open up until 3. I wish more bowling alleys opened up earlier, but hey, it is what it is. All right, let's just see this again. Oh my God. I'm not even trying. Taylor. I have my dude Taylor come down here and see this. Like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Like, little bro, you gotta see this ball, man. No. It's the Zero Mercy Solid. I drilled it last night. So I got my dude Taylor, young protege, also the FM of Stardust Lanes now. Congratulations to him. This dude understands ball motion and stuff.
Okay, I've got $51 to give away.
I'm not even trying. Like, I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying.
Okay, the number is...
Hold on a second, y'all. They got the 50-50 for the senior league. Give me 1 second. Dude, I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying.
Let me get a shot with it.
Yeah, go ahead. So he's gonna throw a ball. He's a two-hander. So for the all y'all think it's cheating, shut up, cause it's not. Like this ball is stupid. Like
Congratulations.
It's not bad.
no, I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying.
How's your health?
Huh?
I had a good shot with a bad back and the tennis shoes.
You damn right. Like this ball is dumb.
You know what it kind of reminds me of with this, with just this color right here, like this,
Yeah.
the Extreme Envy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you put the 9 on
Wow. Please and thank you go a long way, people. Boy. Gee, money's like it's unreal. Like I mean, I expected to see some big movement. I expected to chew the oil, so it's doing exactly what I expected. But the recovery aspect of it, in missing in, missing right, it's like I have a need for a big ASIM ball. There's some tournaments that I want to bowl in here soon, and I'm not sure what kind of patterns they're going to be putting out. I got into that one just a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with having versatility in your bag and having stuff that you know can chew through some stuff. I'm not going to do it today, but if you guys want to, leave a comment in the comment section. I'm thinking I would like to maybe do a video where I compare this to being on a house shot, as you guys already seen, versus being on something tougher, like a heavier, longer pattern, something with some higher volume, and seeing how it responds. Because some of you, I know out there in the bowling world, some of you guys actually bowl on patterns that are houses that have a little bit more oil, or this new oil that doesn't necessarily break down as quickly. Yeah, this thing just keeps turning. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. Thank you, Bowling Fool. Appreciate the love there, man. Much appreciated. Definitely, sir. Yeah, this ball looks fire, man. Like I really want to drill up the. At first, I'm not gonna lie. The 3 that I said I wanted to drill up for sure from this batch was the Zero Motion Solid, Pearl, and the New Blue. Don't have enough to do all 3, so I picked this one because it's going to fill a need, right? Even though, I drill up a lot of equipment, at times, i.e. this one, I want to drill with a purpose, right? What I'm going to do now, if it's all right with y'all, zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to try to play the lanes a little straighter. I just got to move this camera so you guys can see it accordingly. I know a lot of you, some of y'all may not ever, maybe y'all don't hook the ball. Maybe you play a lot straighter. Maybe that's your A game. Maybe you're a higher speed player, or maybe you're a lower speed player. This will give you some semblance of whether you should or shouldn't potentially pick this up. So I'm going to stand 21 with my feet. Goal is around 10, at 8, 9, 10. Just kind of no real hand and see what this ball does. Oops, that was not 8, 9, 10. But it climbed the hill anyway. Well, daggone. Well, daggone. Let's do that again. Okay. Try to throw a better shot there. So 21 with my feet, 8, 9, 10-ish. The arrows, no real hand. Okay. I think if I took my hand out a little bit more, that might have made it to the pocket or picked my ball speed up. So if you are a moderate rev individual, I'd probably say 350-ish, and you've got ball speed to go with it, I think you might be able to, depending on your house shot, of course, might be able to use this. Maybe as a first game ball. By all means, of course, talk to your pro shop operator. You know, see, what I'm learning is more important than layouts. Layouts are important, don't get me wrong. The surface is everything. Matching up the surface to what you're playing on and, you know, your tendencies is paramount. So, you know, this is designed to be a big ball, but you can change the surface on your equipment. So never be afraid to do that. It's a bowling ball. You can always change it back. So let's do this again. I'm gonna try to take my hand out of it a little bit more. Okay, I would probably, if I were an individual like that who needed a big ball, medium-ish ball speed, lower rev rate, this is still gonna be a ball you're gonna have to give some room. So just bear that in mind. I'm gonna throw a few more shots and then I'm not gonna keep you guys unless, of course, you wanna see something different. I'm gonna move back from where I was around 30-ish. I'm gonna be 27 with my feet. I'm gonna try to square up and play more directly in the middle of the oil pattern. Again, this is a house shot, so I don't expect it to hold, but I just wanna see. Okay, if I'm gonna play there, I gotta take my hand out of it. It's a possibility. I know a lot of you like to play in the middle portion of the lane. For you older heads or bowlers who've been around the old guys back in the day, they used to say play the trap. I never understood that until I got older. I'm like, oh, now I get it. So let's do that again. I'm gonna move my foot a board to 26. I'm not gonna try not to hit it nearly as much. Yeah, this ball wants to dive, man. This ball wants to chug. She wants to move. I have to say, I think Hammer did a good job with this one. It seems like the ball intent was to have a big ball that still had shape to it, that was actually usable. The real question is going to be, and it's something that most reviewers, including myself in the past, don't do, see how the cover holds up. It's no diss to anybody, but most bowlers out there, and I'm in a pro shop 4 to 5 days a week. Most people don't maintain their equipment. So they say, oh, my ball stopped hooking. I want another one, or it's a bad ball. No, you have to maintain your equipment. You have to maintain those covers. But I'd love to see how this holds up over time. Oh, I got it inside around that one. That ball took off. Yeah, this is pretty good. I will, at least from what I can see on this. Again, if you guys want to see we throw this on, you know, a tougher pattern. He says, is that in the parking lot? Zero Mercy, solid to Evil Eye. So I'm glad you said that because I was thinking, I was about to say something about that. For me, if I were in a situation where I'm on a heavier, longer pattern, at least with the layout that I have on the Zero Mercy solid, I would go from this to probably the Pulse with like 1,000 on it, to be honest with you. And the reason being, in my mind, if I've got something that's still chuggy, still digs, and still flips, and it's burning up too quick, I want to downshift across the board. Now both the Evil Eye and the Pulse are a step down, but for where I have the Evil Eye in comparison to the Pulse, which that could be a good video if you guys want to see that. I would rather have the Pulse because I like to see that ball dull more so than the Evil Eye, at least for my house shots anyway. I will probably end up with another one that's got box surface on it, or something a little duller. I am looking to actually fully build a tournament bag right now, so that is a thought. Yeah, but as it currently sits, in my mind, it would be Zero Mercy, Pulse with surface, Evil Eye, because it has a little bit of polish on it, and then, you know, down from there. But yeah, if y'all want to see that video, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try to make that. So Bowler 300 says, do you like Pulse? Yes, I do like the Pulse. Actually, I really do. I actually do like the Pulse. I like the Pulse a lot. Again, it was coming from my favorite piece of all time, which is the GB5. The Pulse is a little smoother. It's a little earlier. I think the cover on it is technically a little bit bigger. But the ball motion was same layout as one that I used a lot. It's a little earlier. It was recommended by a Brunswick rep to drill that for something I was looking for, a situation I was in, and he recommended that, and that has been money across the board. So Grandpa says, what sanding grades do you end up liking your Black Widow V1 at? So that ball, and I'll be making favorite balls of the year video here pretty soon. The padding combination that I ended up kind of really liking that ball at was, so the ball comes out at 3,000-ish. You and I can never repeat the factory compound or the factory process. So once I figured out, okay, I didn't like what I saw, I went to, I believe, 1,000, and then I tried to let it lane shine. I didn't like it. Then I cut it to 500, 1,500. It was getting better, but still wasn't there. It wasn't giving me the shape that so many people were seeing. And then I went 500, 2,000. And then I got the shape that I liked, especially with a little bit of lane shine. I got that shape. In general, honestly, Black Widow cores, I'll just say this now, Black Widow cores and we get along okay. They're not my favorite, just to be honest with you. I know that's like blasphemy for a lot of folks, but Black Widow cores and me just don't necessarily get along. I've drilled up 6 different ones, different layouts, consulted with, you know, my guy here who's on staff with Brunswick and my pro shop guy who's also staff with Brunswick. You know, both excellent ball drillers and understand ball dynamics very well, and have helped me quite a bit. Have basically said the same thing, like maybe just that core is just not meant for you, and that's okay. It's not bad, but it's just not meant for me. Yeah, I feel like Columbia has been killing it lately. I do. The Ricochet Return is a solid piece. I would say that's more of a niche piece for me, but I could see a lot of individuals, especially if you are higher ball speed and you need something that still is clean and tips down lane. that would be that's a good ball, I think, for a lot of those individuals who fit that narrative. The Piranha, the Piranha, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a ball that I regret getting rid of. That ball was really, really, really good. It reminded me very much of a earlier or a slightly cleaner One Ovation. And that ball hit hard. I was actually talking to somebody about that ball yesterday. How that ball hit hard. Since my first Black Widow has been. Yeah, you're welcome for the info, man. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, and some folks will say just balls are bad, balls are bad, balls are bad. Yeah, that's not necessarily true. It just means it doesn't match up with you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna. The lane's cut off, so I'm gonna try to get it back on real quick. And then we're gonna wrap up this video. Give me 1 second, folks. Miss Taylor, could I get some more time? It cut off. Thank you. But yeah, I'm back to the start of the show. There's this Zero Mercy. There was some big equipment that came out this year from the brands in Brunswick. This is definitely the biggest. I think they saved the best and biggest for last. This ball reminds me very much of Storm's, what is it, the Ion Max? Ironically, kind of sort of in color idea, but ball motion, but just definitely earlier and more back in. Like, I'm not even, seriously, I'm not trying. I'm generally, I'm not trying. I'm just floating the ball. A lot of times for me, big ASIM balls have a bad tendency to stand up and roll forward. This one seemingly right now is not doing that. And if you'd like to see a video of some of my favorite big ASIM balls of the year, let me know. I was thinking about doing that. Some of my big ASIM balls and some of my favorite symmetrical balls, and then do a video of my top 5 bowling balls of all year. Oh, that was bad shot on my part. Yeah, this Zero Mercy Solid is really making me want to see what the Pearl is about. To be totally transparent with y'all. At first I said I wanted to, but I was like, no. Want to hold tight. Been trying to drill with a purpose, but after seeing this, so let's see. What did you say? You got rid of it? Yeah. I mean, I go through so many balls a year, man. You know, I rotate a lot, and I can't have, 100 balls in the house. I'll get yelled at. I'm not on anybody's staff right now, so I do got to pay for this. I still got to pay for this stuff. So Nick Smith or anybody else wants to toss some equipment my way, I'll be more than happy to say yes. Give me a break on it. Give me a break on some equipment. Good God. Like, this thing just does not stop turning. I thought the Evil Eye was a ball that just kept continuing. This thing just is nuts. What would you say? My big ones are the Criterion Inverse, Nebula, Phase 2 Pearl, and Solid, and the Zeros. That's a lot of equipment there, big dog. That's a lot of equipment. And honestly, you might have a little bit of overlap there, to be totally honest with you, to a degree. So I love to see all of your series where you throw each one. I'll do my best, because I'll be honest with you, some of them I don't have. Again, full transparency, because I'm paying for this stuff. Sometimes I'll use it for a while, and then I move on from it. But most of the equipment I have videos for, so you'll probably see a clip of me throwing them or something. There might be one or two that I didn't. Let me move a little further left, because gee weezy. Oh, that's bad. But it's bad, but it still stuck. Like, just Jesus Christ almighty, Lord have mercy in a good way. I think just doesn't stop. You know what? Let me grab, hold on, because I brought it with me as a step down. Another great ball that a lot of people I saw throw this year. I know several people in my center ended up drilling this piece based on some recommendations. So One Ovation, big core, strong cover. Can this be a step down for sure? No, I topped that one. That was a bad throw. I need to replace those grips because I'm not sitting in it the same way. But that could be it. That very well could. That One Ovation could be it. Let's try to go a better shot here. Yeah, it's a little cleaner, a little smoother. Not bad. I wouldn't put that as a direct step down to the Zero Mercy. I was gonna say No Mercy. Yes, the One Ovation is a sleeper ball. Yeah, One Ovation definitely a sleeper ball. Well, anyway, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank everybody. Hopefully, I'm in camera because I can't see. My front-facing camera on my phone is terrible. So, but yeah, that is the Zero Mercy. Solid. Very, 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 very strong piece from Hammer. It's available now at your local pro shop. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, stop on in here to AMF Stardust Lanes. See us over here at Next Generation Bowlers Pro Shop. Again, shout out to AMF Lanes for allowing me to record. Next Gen, 12 bagger, Jopo, Coolwick, Brands of Brunswick, Hammer. You did something. I'm Brandon. Thank y'all for watching. Hit that like button, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button, because once we get to 2,000 subscribers, I want to do a giveaway. I really do. I really, really do. I think it's going to be good. I love y'all. Stay out of trouble. Got a video coming here soon. Talking about bowling shoes, who they're for, why you should get them, or why not. Y'all be easy. Peace out.